So back in 1989, Nintendo did something pretty interesting by introducing the Game Boy into the marketplace. Now, whereas video games had mostly been regulated to consoles and at-home experiences, sure, there were some offshoot things that would give you a somewhat video game experience. There was nothing quite like the Game Boy available on the marketplace because you were playing full video games, games that had characters, stories, worlds to explore, and the Game Boy really turned the world of video games upside down. Of course, there's been many iterations of Game Boys throughout the years, but I feel like one that goes criminally underlooked is the Game Boy Pocket. Now, the Game Boy Pocket released in 1996, 7 years after the original release of the Game Boy, but I still think it's a very important system. Now, I've talked about this website before called Whatnot, and yes, I ended up picking up this Game Boy Pocket in box from the website Whatnot. If you're unfamiliar with what it is, basically it's a live auction website. They have video games, shoes, collectibles, all sorts of stuff, toys. I buy a lot of toys on there. You can get $10 right now by using the link in the description box down below to spend on there, and then if you spend that $10, I get $10, and if I get $10, I buy cool stuff for you guys to check out. So today we're going to take a look at the Game Boy Pocket that I picked up. We're going to unbox it. Hopefully it works, and I'm going to tell you guys why this was such an important system, especially for the evolution of handheld video games. All right, so I'm actually using a different camera than what I normally film with here. I'm trying sort of an easier setup for me, so let me know in the comments how this looks. But here, of course, is the original. The wide boy, the fat boy, the original Game Boy that came out in 1989. Now, unfortunately, mine's not working. I might actually make a video. Let me know in the comments section down below if that's something you would like to watch. But essentially what I believe is going on here is these contacts are just disgusting with corrosion. These are fresh batteries that I literally put in a few minutes ago to sort of give you guys a comparison, but you could see this is a chunky boy. You got this pea green screen on it, and I mean it worked. Like, it was a great system, don't get me wrong, but the Game Boy Pocket, I feel, really changed things up and brought, you know, a new sense of ideas to the table when it came to things like revisions and important revisions for handheld consoles. So when you look at this, you can see right off the bat, like the box of this is literally the size of the complete system. We have a different battery infrastructure here with this, and this is a complete in-box Game Boy Pocket. Now, I have not actually played this since buying it. I pretty much just put it on my behind me because I knew I wanted to make a video on it. You can see the back of the box here. New compact size, batteries included. Well, I have my own batteries. Improved screen, library of over 400 games, because of course you could play every original Game Boy game on this system. You can see that looks like a GameStop sticker on here. Wow, I'm sure this thing sold for dirt cheap. And of course we have the different variants when it comes to colors. Now, they did do this on the standard Game Boy with things like the Game Boy Play It Loud series, but I feel like this was just cooler. So let's open this up here. Here is our beautiful, oh, it did come with batteries. I bought this, like I said, off of Whatnot. Use the link in the description box down below so that I can get some more money to buy cool stuff. But I mean, just look at the size difference here. Like, this is literally David and Goliath. And what's interesting about it is the Game Boy Pocket actually has a slightly bigger screen than the original Game Boy. You just have a much more compact design. Of course, when we looked at the back of the system, we could see here, we're just talking 2 AAA batteries as opposed to 4 AA batteries. So hopefully the batteries in here work, because if they don't, then, well, I guess I'm gonna have to use my own batteries. And we have some literature in here, and this is always just a real trip down memory lane, I feel. We have the compact video game system. That's actually very interesting when you think about it. Just, you know, right here on the forefront, it's a compact video game system. We, of course, color, you know, this is back in the day when companies cared about things. We have basically how everything works, headphones, the stereo, the Game Link cable was actually a different port as well, making it a bit smaller so that it was easier to access. It's on the different side. You can see here that the port is way smaller, so you couldn't use your original Game Boy port on there, but you know, whatever. How many people really have link cables? My original Game Boy came with the link cable because I got F1 Race on it. And you can see here some different stuff. How to install batteries because you are an idiot and you don't know how to do it. just a very cool little thing here. And, you know, just a nice little instruction booklet. But it's all about the system. It's all about the screen. It's all about the audio on it. We could see here the translucent case, so we could see the innards of a system. It's actually pretty amazing, you know, looking at just the chips and stuff, all the sort of stuff that they have to do to make something that, you know, we take for granted nowadays, but all the things you have to do to make a system, you know, work. All right, let's pop in a little Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3. It doesn't like it. It's a dirty boy. It's a dirty boy. And people say, oh, don't blow in your game. Shut up. Shut your damn mouth. Oh, you're going to get moisture in there. I don't know. Did it work? Did it work? Because it looks like it did work. And I'm playing Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3 now. Whereas you might not be. I gotta adjust the contrast on here a little bit. But like the main thing about this screen, and you know, you're looking at this screen now, you're like, this looks like a piece of shit. You know, this isn't a big deal. But the thing of it was that you didn't have to worry about things like ghosting. You know, you didn't have to worry about the pea green screen. This was a much crisper screen. You could do a lot of cool things with these systems. You know, obviously it doesn't have a backlight or a front light. The Game Boy Light had that, which I've made a video on before in the past, but I might make an updated video on that. But this was just such a better experience. And it showed that, you know, if you're Nintendo, you could essentially take a platform that's successful. You could take something that's working for you in a monetary stance and actually improve upon it so that you could still play, you know, the same games on there, but play them better. You know, without having to worry about things like ghosting, without having to worry about the pea greens. Oh, that's a nice little angle right there. Like, look at how much better this is than a standard screen. And like I said, we all take this for granted nowadays. But this was a very important system because it showed that you could take something successful, reinvigorate it, use the same damn games that this thing uses, but still make it a better experience. Still make it so that people want to buy this because they're playing their original games in a better manner. And, you know, that's almost like the template for what I feel, you know, a Switch revision is going to be. I still think a Switch revision is going to use, you know, the same Switch games. It's just going to play them better. And, like, isn't that what we all want at the end of the day? We want better graphics. We want better experiences. But you don't want to, you know, diminish the old library of games. So I just think this is a very, very important system. I think it's something that, you know what I'm noticing though? I don't think that this manual is for this because it just says Game Boy on it and it has the this bothering the hell out of me. Yeah, this is for the fat boy. The 4AA, son of a bitch! I got bamboozled! I got screwed! Let's go ahead and wrap this video up. So aside from getting bamboozled on the instruction booklet, I don't know, maybe they didn't make a dedicated one, but you would think that with the different features of the Game Boy Pocket, they probably did. So now I'll have to get one of those to complete this thing. I think the Game Boy Pocket was just a phenomenal system. It's something that we all take for granted. When you talk about Game Boys, nobody ever talks about the Game Boy Pocket. But the ergonomical design, the fact that you could use less batteries on this system, just 2 AAAs as opposed to 4 AAAs, and more importantly, the better gaming experience because you have a bigger screen, you have a crisper screen, you have a more clear screen in order to see the games that you are playing. If you did not own something like a Super Game Boy, you were pretty much regulated to your pea green soup, disgusting little screen. But Nintendo said, hey, you know what? It might have taken us 7 years, but we are going to introduce a new variant of this system that will really spice things up. And one of the more important things was this actually came at a discounted price of $69.99, giggity. So a very important system, you know, a system that I never actually owned as a kid. I just went from a standard Game Boy to a Game Boy Color. I feel like a lot of people might have done that, but I still feel like we need to appreciate this system just because it showed that you could have something very successful and improve upon that successful thing to make it an even better experience that more people will want to check out. So let me know in the comment section down below if you ever owned a Game Boy Pocket. Do you still own one? Obviously the modding scene on these is very popular nowadays. Be sure to let me know if you want to see me try to restore this Game Boy. You know, maybe I'll clean it up and try to clean out the pins and stuff like that. I'm not doing a screen repair though. If the screen on it is shot, you can kiss my ass. I'm not touching any of that stuff. And be sure to check out the link in the description box down below if you want to sign up to Whatnot. Like I said, you get 10 free bucks to spend by using my link. If you spend that 10 bucks, they give me 10 bucks and I could buy more cool stuff like some of the stuff I'm teasing back there. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share the video around. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.